Hello, and welcome to an episode of Todd Talks, and Todd Talks people listen. What have I become? Something less than human, but also something more. Hopefully. I mean, can anyone really become more than human? I'd like to think so, but that's another topic entirely, because today we are talking about the Champions Ballot number 2 winner in MacGrath versus Alex Mercer, and I won! Yes, I am 1 for 2 in the Champions Ballot, which honestly I know a lot of you also are. And I want to thank everyone who helped me pick MacGrath, because again, going into it, I'm like, oh yeah, Alex Mercer's got it because he can just infect people. I was wrong, but I course corrected and I got the right pick, so I'm back in the win column, baby. Yeah. So this was, of course, the matchup. Let's see, it's 2023, 14 years in the making, because both Infamous and Prototype came out in 2009, and I loved how throughout the death battle, they're like, yep, we're dusting off this old script that we just happened to have in 2013. Okay, if they actually had that script in 2013, I would be stunned. Also, 2013, yeah, that would have been at season 1 of Death Battle, so yeah, I doubt they actually had that. But you never know. Remember, there have been death battles where they've made, but also been unable to release. So anything is technically possible. But I think they would have said like, "Hey, we actually have this old script." Not that they would have used it because of death battle changes. But anyway, I liked how they made fun of that, and also acknowledging why this isn't exactly how do you want to call it, a relevant death battle because of how old these characters are. But it's relevant to us, Death Battle. It's relevant to us. Actually, not really. Well, remember, I know we didn't get the breakdowns of how much the polls won, the 2D and 3D polls won by, but we'd be very curious to see what the number 2 3D fight was. What did I pick? I didn't pick Asa or Kratos. What did I pick? I don't remember now. Doesn't matter. I have to look at that Legends Ever Die video again. I know I voted for Bill Cord, I think. Or did I? I don't. No, wait. I voted for Fall Guys Among Us. That's right. Sorry. That one I voted for because I still want that to have, especially after Larry Inwood, shout out, buddy, you're awesome. Did the epic animation and the fan trailer, which I still can't get enough of. But anyway, focusing on Colex for now. I liked this episode. I definitely will rank it, before I even talk about the fight, second among the 3D fights for the year. Yes, I know there haven't been that many, but this is definitely number 2 for me. But I liked how they didn't just talk about things, but also, I know it sounds weird, but they didn't just talk about the characters, but they really looked into what it meant to be these heroes, or these characters, one of which went to the hero route and one started a hero and then turned to the dark side, not like an Anakin Skywalker. And Boomstick's monologue at the end of the Prototype, one about maybe the virus, when the virus killed Alex actually became human. It's like, yeah, kind of. I mean, remember my opening line, he became less than human, but also something more. And, just the psychology of it all. And yes, they followed the good Cole route because that's canon to the 2 games, and technically Second Son. But, it was really about, their paths as well as their powers. And I think that actually makes the matchup very intriguing, because you could argue that, especially in the first game, they walked the same path, forced into powers, forced to save their cities, even though a lot of people hated them. And then once they basically got into the second game, that's where the thing diverged, and that's very intriguing from a story standpoint. And you could even see that in the battle, where Cole is embracing his good nature while Alex is full on Prototype 2, where he's just like, screw humanity, let's just kill it all. Kill them all, Lucy! We're going to kill every last one of them. So that was very intriguing to me. But and of course, again, this Boomstick making fun of the oldness of this battle, and then the clones of the 2, Boomstick having evil Boomstick, and then Wiz having the evil prototype version of himself. All of which will definitely come out when Wiz versus Boomstick ever happens. But that was very, very fun. Now, going on to the battle, this was going to be interesting because the question wasn't could they make it look good. We all know they can make 3D and 2D death battles look good no matter what, as long as they have the proper models. But that was the question. These are old characters, all right? They haven't been. I think Cole's most recent model would have been PlayStation All Stars Brawl. No, that's not their name. Yeah, PlayStation All Stars, or whatever that terrible PlayStation fighting game was. The one that didn't beat Smash Brothers. Ha. Why'd you even try? Like, seriously, why'd you even try? But it's like pretty sure that was Cole's most recent model. So like even that's like what 6, 7, 8 years old, I think. I don't remember. Never got a sequel, so who cares? But so like that and Prototype, that's like a decades old model. So would they look good? Thankfully they did. I was actually very happy with how both things looked, and I think one of the things I most appreciated about the battle wasn't just showing off the levels of their power, because that was obviously super important. But they needed to embrace the idea that these are two open world characters. And think about this in terms of Skyrim and Dark Souls when they did that battle. The fight location, that was story. That was all about, linking the fire and blah, 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 blah. But the point was to show off their vast weapons and abilities, and they did that very well. But here, it wasn't just about the abilities. It's that these are two characters from super open world titles. All right, the whole point was that you're going around the city doing missions, beating up people, and fighting monsters. And that's what they did here. They were outside, they were on the ground, they were on roofs, they were outside, they were inside, they were in the air, they were unleashing their powers. Alex showed off multiple forms. Cole brought down the lightning and summoned storms and drained Alex's life force. I didn't expect that to be the ending. I really thought they were just going to electrocute him to death. Like, I was expecting, like, Massive Thunderbolt, and, But hey, that was fine, too. And I was like, when Alex stabbed him and started to infect him, I was like, oh yeah, here it comes Cole's power, and he, like, that eye shot was great. I was even shouting, I was like, oh, then I'll just take it for myself, and I was shouting, no, you won't. So, overall, it was a very fun episode, and I hope, Colex fans, you are satisfied, because you're never getting this again. There is no reason to redo this one. There is no reason to go back to it. It took 14 years, but you finally have your answer. Cole MacGrath, faster, which a lot of people were debating whether Cole was faster or not. But at the 90% speed of light versus 66% speed of light makes that very clear. And of course, as I noted, power level was much higher for Cole, given what he survived and what he outputted and what he fought with the Beast and beyond. So I didn't think about Sasha's Black Tar being on the same level as Blacklight, but hey, there you go. And that ensured the resistance. And as I said in my preview video, if he can resist, there is really no contest here. So Cole wins. I'm back in the win column. And next time on Death Battle, a matchup that I know people have been talking about and wanting, but we all wondered if they were actually going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first Dragon Ball fight of the year, and hopefully the only one. It is Frieza versus Megatron. Yes. We are doing the evil overlords death battle. This is going to be interesting. Honestly, I'm just glad it's not another DC Comics versus Marvel. Okay, we've already had plenty this season. You get one more death battle. You get one more at most. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. So that'll be our next 2D fight. 2 weeks. I'm very interested in seeing how this goes. I'm pretty sure I know who wins, but let's just pull it back. Okay, let's pull it back. So, with that, I'm ending this episode of Todd Talk. What did you think of Colex? And are you happy with how it went, how it looked, how it sounded, and how it ended? And are you excited for Frieza Megatron? Let me know in the comments below. So, thank you for watching. If you made this far, I know you were listening, and I'll see you around.